just got done reviewing every single monocolored card in the new Avatar Last Airbender set. Now we're moving on to all the multicolored cards. Starting off, of course, with Djinn at the Crossroads, which is a 5-cost legendary creature, Avatar ally, with flying. When Djinn enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card with the mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When another creature you control leaves the battlefield, transform Djinn at the beginning of the next upkeep, and then he becomes Djinn Destined Savior, 4/4 legendary creature, Avatar ally with flying. Land creatures you control have vigilance. At the beginning of combat on your turn, Earthbend 2. Then we have Djinn, Swift Savior, and Djinn and La, Ocean's Fury. Djinn, Swift and Savior is a 3-cost legendary creature, human avatar ally with flash and flying. When Djinn enters, airbend up to one other target creature or spell, and you can waterbend 8 to transform Djinn. And then he becomes Djinn and La, Ocean's Fury, which is a legendary creature, Avatar Spirit Ally. It's 5/5 with Reach and Trample. When it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each tapped creature you control. Then you have Abandoned Attachments. It's a 2-cost instant lesson. If you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. And No Bad Legacy. It's a 2-cost enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a clue token. Creatures you control the flying get +1/+1. Then you have Avatar Djinn. You can spend a red, green, white, or blue, and blue to create, Djinn. Legendary creature, human avatar ally, 4/4, flying, firebending 2. Whenever you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, draw a card. Then if you've done all 4 this turn, transform Avatar Djinn. When you transform him, he becomes Djinn, Master of Elements. Legendary creature, avatar ally with flying. Spells you cast cost a white, blue, black, red, and green less to cast. At the beginning of each upkeep, you may transform Djinn, Master of Elements. If you do, you gain 4 life, draw 4 cards, then put 4 +1/+1 counters on him, and he deals 4 damage to each opponent. Then you have Azula, Cunning Usurper. It's a 5-cost legendary creature, human noble rogue with firebending 2. When she enters, targeted opponent exiles a non-token creature they control, then they exile a non-land card from a graveyard. During your turn, you may cast cards exiled with Azula, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. Then you have Bayfawn Bounty Hunter, 4-cost creature, human mercenary. Whenever a non-land creature you control dies, earthbend X, where X is that creature's power. Then you have Bitter Work, it's a 3-cost enchantment. Whenever you attack a player with 1 or more creatures with power 4 or greater, draw a card. And then there's Exhaust 4, earthbend 4, activate only during your turn. Boomy Unleashed, 5-cost legendary creature, human noble ally with trample. When Boomy enters, earthbend 4. Whenever Boomy deals combat damage to a player, untap all lands you control. After that phase, there's an additional combat phase. Only land creatures can attack during that combat phase. Then you have Cat Owl, it's a 4-cost creature, cat bird with flying. Whenever this creature attacks, untap target artifact or creature. Then you have Cruel Administrator, it's a 5-cost creature, human soldier with raid. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it if you attack this turn. Whenever this creature attacks, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with firebending 1. Then you have the Dai Agents, 5-cost creature, human soldier. When this creature enters, earthbend 1, then earthbend 1. Whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them. Then you have Dragonfly Swarm, 3-cost creature, dragon insect with flying ward 1. This creature's power is equal to the number of non-creature non-land cards in your graveyard. When this creature dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, draw a card. Earth Kingdom Soldier, 5-cost creature, human soldier, vigilance. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. Earth King's Lieutenant, 2-cost creature, human soldier ally with trample. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each other ally you control. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Earth Rumble Wrestlers, 4-cost creature, human warrior performer with reach. This creature gets +1/+0 and has trample as long as you control a land creature or a land entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Earth Village Ruffians, 3-cost creature, human soldier rogue. When this creature dies, earthbend 2. Then we have Fire Lord Azula, 4-cost legendary creature, human noble, with firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Then you have Fire Lord Zuko, a legendary creature, human noble ally, firebending X, where X is Fire Lord Zuko's power. Whenever you cast a spell from exile and whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Now, if you look in the previous red card, and also these 2 cards, these are connected artworks. I just love these, so I just thought I would showcase them, showcasing the clash between Zuko and Azula. Just really cool. Then we have Foggy Swamp, Spirit Keeper, 3-cost creature, human druid ally with lifelink. Whenever you cast your second card each turn, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with This token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Then you have Guru Pathic, 4 cost, legendary creature, human monk ally. When he enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a lesson, saga, or shrine card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Whenever you cast a lesson, saga, or shrine spell, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control. Then you have Hama, the Bloodbender. It is a 5 cost legendary creature, human warlock. When she enters, target opponent mills 3 cards, exile up to 1 non-creature, non-land card from that player's graveyard. For as long as you control Hama, you may cast the exiled card during your turn by waterbending X rather than paying its mana cost, where X is its mana value. Then you have Heibai, Spirit of Balance, 4 cost legendary creature, Bear Spirit. Whenever Heibai enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Heibai. When Heibai leaves the battlefield, put its counters on target creature you control. Then you have Hermetic Herbalist, 2 cost creature, human druid ally. By tapping, you can add 1 mana of any color. By tapping, you can add 2 mana of any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast lesson spells. Then you have Iroh Grand Lotus, 5 cost legendary creature, human noble ally, firebending 2. During your turn, each non-lesson instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. During your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. Then you have Iroh Tea-Master, 3 cost legendary creature, human instant ally. When Iroh enters, create a food token. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target opponent gain control of target permanent you control. When you do, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Put a +1/+1 counter on that token for each permanent you own that your opponent controls. Then you have Jet Freedom Fighter. It's going to be a 5 cost legendary creature, human rebel ally. When Jet enters, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature an opponent controls. When Jet dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Then you have Katara the Fearless, 3 cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. If a triggered ability of an ally you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Then you have Katara, Water Tribe's Hope, 5 cost legendary creature, human warrior ally, with vigilance. When Katara enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token, waterbend X. Creatures you control have base power and toughness XX until end of turn. X can't be 0, activate only during your turn. Then you have the Lion Turtle, 3 cost legendary creature, Elder Cat Turtle with vigilance and reach. When he enters, you gain 3 life. The Lion Turtle can't attack or block unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. By tapping, you can add 1 mana of any color. Then we have Long Fane, Grand Secretariat, not sure how to pronounce that, sorry. 3 cost legendary creature, human advisor. Whenever another creature you control or a land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Messenger Hawk, 3 cost creature, Bird Scout with flying. This creature gets +2/+0 as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. Ozai the Phoenix King, it's a 6 cost legendary creature, human noble. With Trample, Firebending 4, and Haste. If you were to lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. Ozai has flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. Then you have Platypus Bear, 2 cost creature, Platypus Bear, Defender. When this creature enters, mill 2 cards. As long as there is a lesson card in your graveyard, this creature can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Then you have Pretending Pox Bearers, 2 cost creature, human assistant ally. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Then you have Professor Zay, Anthropologist, a 2 cost legendary creature, human advisor ally. By tapping, you can discard a card, draw a card, and you can also spend 1 to tap and sacrifice him. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand to activate only during your turn. Then you have Sandbender, Scavengers, 2 cost creature, human rogue. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, you may exile it. When you do, return target creature card with mana value less than or equal to this creature's power from your graveyard to your battlefield. Then you have Sokka, Bold Boomeranger, 2 cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. When Sokka enters, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Whenever you cast an artifact or lesson spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Sokka. Then you have Sokka, Lateral Strategist, 3 cost legendary creature, human warrior ally with vigilance. Whenever Sokka and at least 1 other creature attacks, draw a card. Sokka, Tenacious Tactician, 4 cost legendary creature, human warrior ally with menace and prowess. Other allies you control have menace and prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Then you have Suki, Kyoshi Warrior, 4 cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. Suki's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Whenever Suki attacks, create a 1/1 white ally creature token that's tapped and attacking. Then you have Sun Warriors, 4 cost creature, human warrior ally, Firebending X, where X is the number of creatures you control. By spending 5, you can create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Then you have Tools of War, 2 cost enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a clue token. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent during your turn, create a 1/1 ally creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Then you have Toph, Hard-Headed Teacher, 4-cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. When Toph enters, you may discard a card. If you do, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast a spell, Earthbend 1. If that spell is a lesson, put an additional +1/+1 counter on that land. Then you have Toph, the First Metalbender, 4-cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. Non-token artifacts you control are lands in addition to their other types. At the beginning of your end step, Earthbend 2. Uncle Iroh, 3-cost legendary creature, human noble ally. Firebending 1. Lessen spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Vindictive Warden, 3-cost creature, human soldier with menace, firebending 1. By tapping or by spending 3, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Then you have Wandering Musicians, 4-cost creature, human bard ally. Whenever this creature attacks, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Then we have White Lotus Reinforcement, 3-cost creature, human soldier ally with vigilance. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. Zhao, Ruthless Admiral, 4-cost legendary creature, human soldier with firebending 2. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Then you have Zuko, Conflicted, 2-cost legendary creature, human rogue. At the beginning of your main phase, choose one that hasn't been chosen and you lose 2 life. Draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Zuko, add red, exile Zuko, then return him to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Then you have Suki of the Kyoshi Warriors, also known as Captain Sisei, 4-cost legendary creature, human soldier. By tapping, you can search your library for a legendary card, reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Then you have Lifelong Friendship, 2-cost, also known as Eldamiri's Call, instant. Search your library for a creature card, reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Then we have Fevered Visions, 3-cost enchantment. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player if the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in hand, this enchantment deals 2 damage to that player. Join the Dance, 2-cost sorcery, create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens with flashback. Then you have the Monstrous Serpent, also known as Koma, Cosmos Serpent. It's going to be a 7-cost legendary creature, Serpent. This spell can't be countered. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 3/3 blue serpent creature token with named Koma's Coil. Sacrifice another serpent, choose 1. Tap a target permanent. Its activated abilities can't be activated this turn. The Monstrous Serpent gains Indestructible until end of turn. Then you have Zuko the Redeemed, also known as Reese the Redeemed, 1-cost legendary creature, Elf Warrior. By spending 3, you can tap to create a 1/1 green and white Elf Warrior creature token. By spending 6, you can tap. For each creature token that you control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Then you have Mayan Zuko, 4-cost legendary creature, human noble ally with firebending 3. You may cast ally spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. Then you have Ankantara, 6-cost legendary creature, human avatar ally. When they enter or attack, create X 1/1 white ally creature tokens, where X is the number of tapped artifacts and/or creatures you control. Then you have Toph, Greatest Earthbender, 4-cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. When she enters, Earthbend X, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast her. Land creatures you control have double strike. Then you have Sokka and Suki, 3-cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. Whenever Sokka and Suki or another ally you control enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to that creature. Whenever an equipment you control enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Then I thought this would be fun. I'd combine all these cards. This is just, Mayan Zuko and Katara and Toph Greatest Earthbender. They're horizontal. Looks really cool. And then here's Sokka and Suki added into it. Then we have Aang, A Lot to Learn. 3-cost legendary creature, human avatar ally. Aang has vigilance as long as there's a lesson card in your graveyard. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Aang. Hook Swords, 3-cost artifact equipment. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 white allied creature token, then attach this equipment to it. During your turn, equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has first strike. Equip 3. Katara, Seeking Revenge, 4-cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may waterbend 2. When Katara enters, draw a card, then discard a card unless her additional cost was paid. Katara gets +1/+1 for each lesson card in your graveyard. Then you have Stand United, a 2-cost instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's an ally, scry 2. Zuko, Seeking Honor, 3-cost legendary creature, human noble, with firebending 1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Zuko gains first strike until end of turn. Whenever Zuko deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on him. Then you have Hog, Monkey Rampage, 2-cost instant. Choose target creature you control and put in target creature and opponent controls, put a +1/+1 counter on the creature you control. If it has power 4 or greater, then those creatures fight each other. So that was a quick look at every single multicolored card in the new Avatar Last Airbender set. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any chase cards that you're going to be going for, if there's any cards you're interested in adding to your commander decks or standard decks. Curious to find out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll look forward to talking to you guys about the next one, which is colorless. Bye.